Right. What's up, Fanboy Nation? My name is Angelo Agustin. We are here at WonderCon 2018. Gentlemen, can you please introduce yourselves and your roles in Star Trek Discovery?
My name is James Mackinnon, and I'm Department Head of Prosthetics.
Glenn Hetrick for Alchemy Studios. We create all of the prosthetic makeup effects.
Very nice. So making the prosthetics into the show, and the show was set 10 years before the original storyline. What were your thoughts in trying to making sure it's a sci-fi, everything looks advanced, but it's not too advanced, so that it doesn't look like it's more advanced compared to the original series?
Yeah, I mean, everything that we do is with an eye towards integrity to the source material. I'm a huge fan. James is a huge fan. James has worked on, which makes me geek out, a ton of the shows in the franchise.
Only five shows.
So, you know, obviously we wanted to make sure that there is that honor and respect for all the stuff that came before, because we all love it so much. But we also know that there's an ever-changing, ever more sophisticated audience eye on us, and of course the HD technology of cameras has really changed the game in terms of how our secrets work and where we can hide scenes and things. So it's sort of that dichotomy. We're you know, trying to step forward evolutionary and making everything look as realistic as possible, using new techniques, new technology, but we're also trying to keep as much of the canon stuff in there as possible while we're moving forward so that it resonates with everyone. And hopefully our versions will feel like they can walk off of your incredibly high resolution television and live and breathe in your living room.
So going into making these prosthetics, is there any difficulties you have specifically when making things for the Star Trek Discovery set, or was it fairly easy for you guys since you've had so much experience?
Well, I think we could talk about the application process and how incredibly fast the stuff has to go on to do this much makeup on a TV show.
Yeah, to get people on camera enough time to be able to shoot them. If you're going to shoot a 12-hour day and they're going to be in makeup for 3 hours, that 3 hours, we have to come in 3 hours earlier. Then that's going to lessen the amount of time that Mary would be on camera. So the faster I get to do it, the better that he sends us stuff that we've already figured out how it's going to lay and the pieces. It makes all of our jobs easier. It makes everybody's job easier to get it on camera as fast as possible and get as much camera time with the prosthetics as possible.
Right. Yeah. So you guys talked about how it would take roughly 3 hours to do some of the stuff that you have to do before the show.
Some of them, honestly, they're 6-hour makeups, easily 6-hour makeups that we have found shortcuts and proprietary ways of, in the design and the build and the breakdown to make it possible. Then these guys will start out at like 3.5 or something, or 4, and then just get faster and faster and faster, so that you could not take another team and drop them in there and give them our work and go, here you go, you got 2 hours, see you then. It wouldn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, Saru, what did we do, 90 plus times? So that originally was, I think, in the 3-hour range. I got it down to 1 hour and 45 minutes.
How much easier has your job gotten with the new technology in terms of stuff compared to 10 years ago as opposed to now?
Well, we still use the same stuff. I think we mix it. There's foam latex, there's silicone. Silicone wasn't around back in the day, but we still like foam. It just depends the application.
The application process is still very much the same. The fabrication, building, and designing has changed massively. I wouldn't say it's easier, because while our tech has evolved with silicone, intrinsic tinting, 3D printing, so has the pace and demand of production due to that ever-growing sophistication of the audience and the HD cameras. So everything that we've gained on our side that makes us faster and better has been outpaced by how demanding the camera is and the audience, and trying to make everything look completely and absolutely real.
So at the very end of the last episode, we see that the show finally let them make contact with the USS Enterprise. Is there anything you're hoping to see in the next season, any interactions, or how it leads into possible scenarios into the future?
We're already working on season 2, but I can't tell you. But you got to ask Aaron and Gretchen that question.
Cool things are going to happen.
Gotcha. The last question of the day, there's always the ongoing debate of Star Wars versus Star Trek. Can you guys provide your own personal opinion on the topic itself?
They're both great. I love them. Yeah.
I'm Star Trek all the way, not just because we're working on Star Trek. And when I was a kid, I loved the originals, but from then, Star Trek all the way.
I'm a big fan of both. I like a lot of things equally.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. I hope you have a great time at WonderCon.
Pleasure.
It was nice working with you.